The sun was setting over the frozen plains, painting the snow in soft pink and gold. But beauty meant nothing to the woman stumbling through the cold, clutching a newborn against her chest. Her name was Lydia Mae, and she had just survived something no woman should ever face. Behind her, the church door creaked open. A man stood in the warm glow, tall, still and silent. He wasn't there to help her, only to watch her leave. The townsfolk had punished her for giving birth to a girl they claimed was bad luck, a girl they said would bring misfortune to the ranch. But Lydia refused to let their cruelty touch her child. Barefoot, shivering, her dress torn from the struggle, she pushed the gate open with trembling hands. Every step through the snow felt heavier than the last. The baby whimpered softly, too cold and too young to understand the danger chasing them. Then footsteps, fast, heavy, determined. Lydia turned, expecting the worst. But instead she saw Sheriff Colt Branson running toward her. His coat whipped behind him in the wind, and his badge glinted in the dying light. Colt was a widowed sheriff, a man who'd lost his wife and unborn child 2 winters ago. Since then, he'd lived with a strange silence in his heart, a silence only grief can carve. When he saw Lydia collapse outside the church, something inside him snapped awake. "Lydia!" he called, voice shaking with urgency. "Stop, please." She stumbled, nearly falling into the snow. "I can't go back," she whispered. "They'll take my baby. They'll hurt her." Colt knelt before her, breath ragged from running. Snowflakes gathered on his hat brim. His eyes softened as he looked at the tiny girl in Lydia's arms. So small, so fragile, and so innocent. "No one's taken her," he said quietly. "Not while I'm wearing this badge." Lydia's eyes filled with tears. "Why would you help me? I'm nothing but trouble to this town." Colt shook his head. "You're a mother, and that makes you braver than any man I've ever met." He lifted his coat and wrapped it around both of them, the woman and her child, shielding them from the biting wind. Then, with gentle hands, he helped Lydia to her feet. "We're going home," he told her. "My home. You and the little one stay there tonight." The wind howled across the plains, but for the first time all day, Lydia felt warmth. Not from the coat, not from the church, from the kind of man who doesn't just protect a town, but protects the souls inside it. And with every step beside the widowed sheriff, she realized she'd finally found the one place she and her daughter deserved: safety, dignity, and a chance to live again.